Joining us now is political commentator Shemeka Michelle. Shemeka, always great to see you. Hope you are well there in North Carolina. Now we played earlier the clip of Zoran Mandani with Donald Trump in the White House. We played it earlier, it was great, but we want to get your opinions on it. So the great socialist, communist, whatever he is, went to the White House. What did you make of the way Donald Trump dealt with him?
You know, I do feel like Trump was very nice with him. I do feel like he used kid gloves, but maybe that's a tactic that he has, you know, where they say keep your enemies closer. Maybe that's actually what he was doing. I've watched Trump over the years, and sometimes I don't agree with the way he goes about things, but it seems more often than not that his way is the right way. So I'm still just trusting in him as the leader of this country and hoping that he actually knows what he's doing. It's hard for me to think that you could meet a socialist or a communist halfway or try to get along with them, but he has been elected, he is in office, and so I'm just going to see how it all plays out.
Rita.
He was very complimentary. I was shocked. Yes. They're both New Yorkers and he wants New York to succeed. He's had a big week. Cristiano Ronaldo, possibly the biggest sporting superstar anywhere in the world, was at the White House. Tell me about that. Donald Trump seems to be bringing together all sorts of people, including Nicki Minaj, who thanked the Trump administration for bringing attention to what is happening in Nigeria with the persecution of Christians. It's been a big week.
Yeah, you know, this is one of Donald Trump's strong suits. He has the ability to bring people together. I think he's a very likable person, which is why the left works so hard to make people not like him. They actually have to make up lies and spin certain narratives so that he's not the person that he's always been. He was always pretty much beloved here, even by the hip hop community. So Nicki Minaj coming out and taking this stance is not really surprising to me. He was the American dream for so long until he looked to be a threat to the left or to the establishment. So I'm not surprised that so many people want to be around him, want to be in his presence. This is the type of person he is and has always been.
Caroline.
Shemeka, we saw obviously the Trump's very cordial meeting with Mandani. One of the things that the New York mayor-elect has been criticised for is for refusing to condemn comments like globalize the intifada. Now, he walked that back a little bit in his campaign, but then in Manhattan this week, we saw a group of protesters outside a synagogue. I think we might have this clip. We don't, unfortunately, but they were chanting that very phrase, globalize the intifada revolution, outside the synagogue with a 93-year-old rabbi inside who was a Holocaust survivor and had lived through all of that the first time around. What did you make of that? Do you think that someone like Mandani can really stamp out anti-Semitism in the city?
No, I don't think he can stamp it out. And I honestly don't think that he desires to because of the way that he carried on his campaign and the rhetoric that he not only himself made, but allowed others to make who were his supporters. So I don't necessarily think he can stamp it out. And I condemn anybody not having the freedom to worship in the way that they would like to worship. I don't like those type of actions being taken, the same as I don't want Christians ridiculed. So I don't like what's happening, and I don't think he is the person who will actually stamp that out. Again, this is why I said I don't feel like you can meet a socialist or a communist halfway. I just don't. But again, I have to trust the people in power and just hope that our president and our vice president and anyone else in his administration that has the power to actually maybe make a difference, they actually combat this very strongly and harshly.